Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We are doing another hurricane update here. But before I get into that, I would really like you guys to subscribe so you guys can get updated every single day on this type of weather content. Let's go and get into it. Right now, we are looking at Tropical Storm Celia here, just the current storms, giving you guys an update on this. And we can see some convection is really starting to wrap around the center right here. Well, the center's, yeah, it's about right there. And as we're going to see in the IR satellite loop, there's definitely a good bit of convection blowing up. I mean, just looking at this right here, these cloud tops are getting extremely high. They're almost at the top of the list. Well, really the bottom, but they're pretty high. These are pretty high cloud tops. Negative 90, negative 80 degrees Celsius. Really, really high, right? And we can see most of the models agreeing on becoming a hurricane, but there are still a good bit that say it's only going to become a tropical storm around there. So what expected to become a hurricane. Again, there is still a lot of models that expect it to become only a tropical storm, but most models do expect it to just barely get in there. Some models breaking it up a little bit high, almost into category 2 status, which may happen, maybe not. But with the strengthening, it's looking like the hurricane duration has been decreased a little bit since it has also been delayed when becoming a hurricane. So we'll see about that. Let's go and check out the IR satellite loop here. And we are looking at, let's do the replay here. And we can see, well, a bit of convection blows up, right? And then it really starts to fade away. Then it blows up on two sides, and this one it's starting to wrap around. You see that? Let's replay that loop again. Look, it's gonna start wrapping around. See that? It's starting to blow up convection, and it's starting to blow up this way, right? It's just looking like that, right? And this is what this is how good the storms are developing, and we can see there's a lot less shear here at the end of the storm there. We can see a lot more outflow over here, especially down towards the south. This is a very healthy system, and it has a lot abundance of moisture, and the water temperatures are warm. It's just still a little bit of shear on this side, but still, this is it's gonna strengthen, not to like a category 3, but it's still gonna strengthen most likely into a hurricane. Let's go and check out the ECMWF model here, and well, let's go ahead. This is mainly for the Atlantic. Again, the ECMWF really isn't a fan of this storm, really doesn't expect it to become really past a tropical storm as it moves out. Maybe a hurricane, but a low end one at best. But we can see the tropical wave we've been talking about at the end of this model. We actually have two areas to watch now. Low pressure system right here, tropical wave, again, a little disturbance. When they're arced like that, and if they go through here, they could develop pretty well here. Maybe a little disturbance in the Gulf, and then another little disturbance right here. It is starting to get active, guys. It is starting to get active, especially when we start getting to July. I feel like the one that could develop best is, of course, the one that goes to the Caribbean. We'll just have to see what happens with that. Let's go and check out the HWRF model on Celia here. And, well, it's again going overboard as it does usually, but still it's gotten a little bit better here. 963 it gets to, still a little bit overboard, but we can see, you see how there's almost like two eye walls here, right? You see how there's almost two. This is when a storm can weaken during this phase. It's when it starts to expand its eye wall, right? So this is the inner eye wall and then outer eye wall, right? Well, this will start to fade away, and then this will start to become its main eye wall, and that's what Hurricane Katrina did, and that's why it impacted at a Category 3 instead of a Category 5. We can see its eye wall is about to be fully expanded, but by the time it tries to do that, it's already over much less productive waters and more shear, so it can't really get through the full phase, and it really starts to fade out into the central, getting closer to the Central Pacific. Still, it doesn't look too bad, all too bad. We can see it's really starting to take effect now, that eye wall replacement cycle there. But that's the end of the model for the HWRF. Let's go and look at the Nino 3.4 index, and we are seeing again just a slight dip and a slight dip and going up. So we could see this become a neutral here for this season, which is a good sign for the Atlantic because it could mean a little bit less activity from what we were, say, in May. See, if it stayed like this would have been a problem, right? But we can see there's a pretty good chunk now, 0.5 degrees Celsius. That may seem like very little, but it will make a massive difference. It could change a full La Nina to a neutral. It's in a neutral now. Well, I would say slight, not La Nina maybe, but it may keep on heading up. We'll just have to see what happens with that. Let's go and look at the 7-day change, and we'll see that's anomaly 7-day change. Again, not really a bunch of warming nor cooling in the Nino 3.4 index. MDR, it is starting to warm up, guys. It is starting to look a little bit more warmth there, right? And now the area has expanded of warming, probably around here now, much bigger area. We're getting in to that time of season. 7-day change again. This is just changing right now, and I will not be showing the global mean because we really aren't into the main hurricane season yet. Let's go ahead and look at the MJO here. This is our last thing here, and well, see, the MJO is really far out now. I mean, it's really far into the null phase. Not too far, but it's in the null phase now. But I'm pretty concerned for what's to come because the Madden-Julian oscillation is meant to go pretty far outside of its null phase into the 2 box there and getting close to the 3. 3 is the most favorable for the Atlantic. Say if it went like this over the 3, man, we'd have a lot of activity. Basically, the MGO is like the monsoon. It's kind of like an umbrella of upward motion causing thunderstorms over Africa, and it just creates a lot more uplift over the Atlantic. But that is it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you made it this far, make sure to check the description for all my social media, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.